You're listening to What She Said on Canada Talks.
We're joined in studio by the co-founders of the Fuzz Wax Bar. That sounds interesting. Jessica Frampton and Florence Gaven Rossavik. Welcome, ladies.
Hi.
Did I say your name right?
You said mine, yes. She's going to correct you,
Okay,
I'm sure.
please do.
Rossavik.
Rossavik. Okay. Oh, yeah, it was a 50-50 shot. So, okay, the Fuzz Wax Bar.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Tell us about the place, and then we'll get into the reasonings and the differences that you encompass.
Yeah, so we actually opened up Toronto's first wax bar in February 2012, and what we are is we're a salon solely dedicated to waxing for ladies and gents. So we offer affordable, fast, and a convenient atmosphere for our clients.
So what was your experience that led you to decide that this needed to be created?
Well, it didn't exist. Mm-hmm. There wasn't a place where you could go and they just did one thing and they did it really, really well. You could go to a full-service salon, or you could go to like a sketchy nail bar, and it was either really like sanitation was an issue, or it was like, you know, you're spending 45 minutes in an aesthetics chair for a service that should be just done in like 15 minutes. You want to get in and you want to get out.
So basically, you opened it because you had experiences that you did not enjoy,
yeah, exactly.
or you thought were...
We were clients of the industry, but we
Yeah.
couldn't find where to go that was satisfying enough.
Yeah.
So we thought maybe there's something here.
So it involved time, money,
Mm-hmm.
and you just
Convenience.
didn't feel that you had a great job done?
And good
Exactly.
service.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And with that, actually, we also are membership-based. So we offer our clients a membership where they sign on to be part of our Fuzz Wax Bar family for 12 months.
Mm-hmm.
And that gives them even deeper discounts. And, yeah, we have like 2,000 members, which we're really excited to share. So waxing is the kind of service that you have to get done on a regular basis in order to reap the full benefits. So what this does is it encourages our clients to come in monthly.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, when you set up your business and when you are really looking for a certain experience for your client to have, how do you go about finding just the right people? Because I imagine the people that are your staff that are servicing the clients are the key to the success or failure of a venture like this.
100%.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we've actually put in intense training for our estheticians. They go through a 2-week process where they work alongside our head esthetician, and they learn how to do everything the Fuzz way. So we have a Fuzz way.
Fuzz way.
Yeah. Yeah, so we have the Fuzz way of doing
everything.
Brazilian. Yeah, the Fuzz way of doing every single service. So they do get really great training. But with that being said, waxing's all they do. So they become professionals really quickly. Because, I mean, some of these girls are doing 60 Brazilians a day.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Yeah.
Oh.
So naturally, you're going to become really good at what you do if that's all you're doing and you're focusing on that.
And you got to be good people. Like, you have to really be people.
Yeah, of
because
course, yes.
it's a very personal service that you're having done.
Absolutely.
It's very
And,
social, yeah.
Yeah, and you need to have the right people in that position.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, for a client going in, what would be different for them in terms of the menu? I mean, what they can pick, what's on the list that's available?
Well, we only do waxing, so they don't really have any other choice. It's just waxing for male and female. It's very unisex. We made our brand to be extremely unisex, so a guy that walks in our store
Feels
is
comfortable.
very comfortable. He can pick to like a Menzilian. That's one of the service we have, and he won't be ashamed or uncomfortable about asking for that service.
Now, you have a new procedure, which I can't even pronounce.
Yes, the
Yes.
Vajacial.
The Vajacial, yeah.
And I just have no idea. Is this X-rated, R-rated? This is family listening here.
So a Vajacial is kind of exactly what it sounds like. It's a facial, but for your lower region, so for your lady parts.
And the benefit to this is...
Just maintenance, and you'd be surprised, because we do waxing, we get a lot of feedback from our clients and our estheticians, so we realized that girls were suffering with a lot of problems down there. So ingrown hairs is one of them.
Yes.
Acne, if you're very athletic and you work out, acne is a really huge issue as well, and that's what where the Vajacial comes into play. It helps with those issues.
Think of it as there's a service for a treatment for everything on your body, right? There's
Yep.
a treatment for feet, there's a treatment for knees, for breasts, for
Yep.
everything, but there was
Right.
nothing for the neither region.
Yeah.
Right.
So that didn't make sense to
Which
us.
is pretty sensitive.
Yeah,
Yes.
of course.
And the more you wax, of course, the more the skin gets
Toughens
thinner.
up.
It gets thinner.
Thinner,
Yeah.
okay.
So it looks a little different, and you do need to really take care of your
Now,
down there.
for people that, a lot of women have taken to waxing, for those that have considered it and get frightened, because let's face it, it's not without a certain degree of pain involved. Hopefully
A lot of
if
pain,
it's,
Sharon.
No, if
a
it's,
lot
I
of
know,
pain.
We
but
have to get you into Fuzz Wax
if
Bar.
it's done well and
Exactly.
done properly and with the right attention, we minimize that. But for someone, okay, who's listening to you right now going, okay, I'm gonna take the step. I'm gonna give this a shot. How should they prepare? What should they expect? And how do you get them to come back for the second visit? Because this is tricky.
Yeah, when we were developing the Fuzz Wax Bar brand, we knew we had that problem. So what we had to do is, that's why we're a speed waxing salon.
Right.
So our girls are very quick, so the experience is over very fast. But we also use a very high-end quality product called hard wax. Before Fuzz Wax Bar opened, you didn't really get this in many salons. So basically, what is it? It's a gel-based wax. It adheres only to the hair and not the skin. So when you pull, it's less abrasive. Where those strips that you generally see everywhere else pull the skin and the hair. So yeah, the ouch factor is a lot higher than when you're using the gel-based wax. So at Fuzz, we use the gel-based wax, our hard wax, on all the sensitive areas. So that's your full face, full Brazilian, underarms. So the pain factor, the ouch factor, is a lot less than I think you would anticipate. So it's all in our technique and the high quality products that we're using that get them to return for that second visit.
and the more you do it, the less pain you feel.
But now, for someone coming the first time, do you suggest, though, should they take an Advil before they come in? Or?
Absolutely. We always suggest, we always have a lot of first timers, which is really awesome. We get them calling over the phone mostly and saying, what can I do? I'm really anxious to try Fuzz Wax Bar, but I've never done it before. So we suggest that they exfoliate a lot more than they usually do prior to their appointment and start moisturizing. Take an Advil if they're really scared, and make sure that their hair is the proper length, because if your hair is too long...
What's the proper length?
It's a 1/4 inch.
Okay.
So if it's too long, it's going to be really hard. Like, you can imagine the wax will all goop up.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it'll be really painful.
But we'll trim it. We'll trim it
Yeah,
for them.
yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
not a
Of
wear
course.
either.
Yeah, of course.
Now, what's the advantage? Why should we wax as opposed to shave or use the depilatory creams that you buy at the drugstore?
Or even laser.
Yeah, right. So the depilatory, the creams, like nobody wants to put chemicals on down there. So we would definitely not suggest doing that. Waxing over shaving, I mean, people always think, they can't wait for it to grow, but the reality of it is, if you are an avid waxer, it does grow in a lot less fine, and it's more sparse, and it's not
Is it slower or to reappear?
The hair growth does start to grow in slower,
It's at least 2 to 3 weeks for your
that's
hair
not
to start
bad.
growing back.
Yeah, it's not bad.
With shaving, it's a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it'll hurt your skin a lot.
Hours if you're...
Yeah, exactly.
It is putting a blade on your skin all the time really hurts your skin too.
So can people you're saying there's a sort of a subscription idea,
Memberships.
but can you just walk in off the street? If you happen to walk by the storefront and say, wow, I should go in, I need...
Absolutely. Walk-ins are always welcome at Fuzz Wax Bar. We actually schedule we always make room for our walk-ins, which is a huge part of our business, actually, people that come off the street.
Now, the other thing is, you have 4 stores. Where are they?
Our first location was at Queen and Bathurst.
But basically in Toronto?
Yeah, they're all in Toronto.
Okay, but any chance of the rest of the country
Expanding?
getting a Fuzz Wax Bar? So
yes, we're franchising.
Are you franchising?
We are franchising.
Nationally,
yeah, nationally. Which we've already got inquiries, which we're really excited about. Yeah, we've had, since opening, people I think saw to our business model as a franchisable idea, especially with our membership system that we have put in place. So we've always had the inquiries, but it's always been a part of our business model. So now we're actively working on bringing on some franchise partners.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So it's available now. So anybody who's out west in Vancouver or Regina or Edmonton or wherever you happen to be.
We want to bring a Fuzz Wax Bar to you.
Give us a call.
Exactly, Halifax. So where would they go to find out?
On our website?
Go on your website?
Yeah, there's a special page that's called franchising, and there's a web form there, so they can just fill that up, and we'll get right back
And that's
to
just
them.
fuzzwaxbar.com. All the information's on there.
Perfect. One last question I needed to ask you is, I never heard 5 years ago, 10 years ago about men, but tell us about how much of your clientele are men, because more and more men are it's
waxing.
absolutely part of their...
I just picture Steve Carell in the 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Everybody gets that a lot. Men, believe it or not, are a solid 30% of our clientele.
Yeah.
Yes, and they are even members. So that means they're committed to their waxing routines.
Monthly.
Yeah, so with our branding, like Flo had mentioned, that we made it very unisex because we wanted men to feel comfortable walking in, and to toot our horns, it worked, because they just come right off the street and they're ready to get waxed.
Everywhere.
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 Even down below the Manzilian, which is the Brazilian
version,
it's very, very popular at Fuzz.
But I would guess, I wouldn't imagine men do legs, but they do backs and chests, don't they?
Yes.
That's our main
Or
service
do they,
of men.
do they do legs? No.
No, if you're a
Rarely.
swimmer, we have a couple swimming clients.
Cyclist
Yep, cyclist.
sports guy,
But chest back, by
Mostly
far the
back.
most popular.
I bet.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
brows.
not underarms. Brows.
Brows for guys, very
Brows for
popular.
guys.
Really?
Yeah, you'd never think, and we make it really natural. You'd never know they have a brow wax, but yeah.
Yeah, you don't give them girl brows.
No.
No, absolutely. Well, this sounds like an amazing sort of idea.
Thank you.
Amazing concept. I will have to go and try
Yes,
it.
please.
I have a son who lives around the corner, and we walked by it, but it was, I think you were closed, or it was later, or whenever, and I thought, that rings a bell.
Well, Fuzz Wax Bar is the location. Check them out online. Check them out in person. Jessica and Florence, thank you for joining us today on What She Said.
Click the channel subscribe button for full-length interviews and more from What She Said here on YouTube.